Hey, what's up everybody? This is Like It's 1985 and this is my review of Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Voyager Class Thundertron. And as you can see, the overall color scheme and the design is very reminiscent of the Zoids Liger Blade model kit design. A lot of people have actually made a comment about that. So here he is in Lion mode, and as you can see there is the weapon here on top, and if you push back on this, the blade extends forward like that. And it does, you can get it to lock in place, but I'll show you that once we transform this guy into robot mode. So for now, let me go ahead and remove that. And you can see there's obviously a peg hole there. You've got holes here on the side, on this fin here. On both sides you could probably plug in like mech tech weapons or arms micron type of weapons. So you do have some playability here in Lion mode. Here's a look at the Lion's head. Really cool. The jaw itself is not articulated, but it is nicely detailed. And you can see there. Pretty cool. And as far as articulation in Lion mode, well, you have the rear legs, or I guess you call them the hind legs, on a ball joint. Then you have the tail here, which goes up and down a little bit. It's a very soft plastic, as you can see here. And you have articulation here at the ankles. And up front there's a little bit of limited articulation, because what's happening here is this section of the shoulder is actually pegged into the leg here. And so when we transform from beast mode into robot mode, these will separate. These will become the forearms, and these will become sort of the shoulder pieces. And you'll see that in the transformation. Nice symbol there. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Lion mode. These articulate around like that and go in and out as such. So you got some posability options there as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and transform this guy into the robot mode. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the legs here and rotate those out and straighten them out, and then rotate around like that. And then there's this section right here which should untab from the body here. Go ahead and see if I can get that. There we go. See, there's a little slot and tab. And this is going to hang free like that. And what next here? Well, let's go ahead and unpeg the shoulders here. They can peg into the side like that. You can see there's the connection there and there. And that will separate these. And you can see how this is like that right there. And you want to actually take the leg here, and it's actually tabbed into the body right there. Get these out of the way. You can see they're on ball joints. Go ahead and extend out these, get them out to the side. And then this whole, let me go ahead and bring these back here. This whole lion head assembly is going to fold down and forward like that. Let me get these spread out here. And then these side pieces here will get moved down. You can see there's a joint right there. Push those forward. These clear bits here go out to the side. And then here, of course, is the head. There we go. I didn't actually push it down far enough, but there we go. And now you can see the head sculpt. And this bit here is supposed to fold down just like that for that type of effect. And let me go ahead and take care of the arms here. You can see they got the translucent plastic that's controversial. Some people like it, some people don't. I think on this figure it works okay. It looks kind of bad if we take a look at like the Voyager Starscream, for example. I don't really care for it there, but on other figures I don't really care so much. You got the shoulder armor here, which is independently articulated from the arms. If I can show you that. Alright, what do we got going on here? There we go. Sorry about that. I should have took the shoulder armor out first. You can see there are the arms. And as I was talking about before, these are actually sort of the shoulder bits here, and actually these need to rotate around like that. Again, rotate around. And these don't really tab in as far as I can tell. They just kind of sit over the shoulder for some decoration or ornamentation. Kind of like that. And I forgot I was supposed to rotate around the feet here, so I do apologize for that. These need to be rotated around, and these go forward, I believe, like that. And you can see these are independently articulated, these side pieces on the feet. Tail out here. So that pretty much is Thundertron in robot mode. And let's actually go ahead and take a quick look at some size comparisons with some other Voyager class figures from the RAD line. Optimus Prime and Bulkhead. Have a look there. And finally, let me bring in Megatron. All right. So moving on, let me go ahead and go over articulation here. Sorry about that. Articulation, as we take a look at the head sculpt, the head is actually on a ball joint, and there's actually a lot of detail. If we look down there, you can see the beard, and it's sort of I guess an aqua color with some gold. You can see the eyes there. So that is a ball joint connection. Then you have the shoulder armor. The shoulder itself is on a ball joint, as you can see there. Swivel at the bicep, a bend at the elbow to that degree, and the hands here just can do that, do transformation. There actually is no waist articulation. You do have, again, these pieces here that are on ball joints. Of course, you have the hips on ball joints, swivel at the hip, bend at the knee to that degree, and then you have articulation at the ankle as such. So I mentioned that the actual weapon can be locked into place, and there actually is a feature where you can actually remove one of the feet. And let me go ahead and demonstrate that. And what that does, you can see here, it gives the figure a peg leg, because if you read the bio and if you read the wikia on this particular character, apparently he's a spacefaring pirate, and that's why he has a peg leg. But what you can do, as I mentioned before, the actual weapon does not lock in place, but what you can do is you can extend out the weapon, and then there's actually a peg here. You can peg that in there like that. Oops, not like that. And then lower that down, and see that keeps that blade in place. And the blade itself is very nicely detailed, as you can see there. Very appropriate for a pirate type of action figure. And then, of course, you have the And you can see it just, you have the claw here on the side. That looks really nice, and you can, as you can see, you can actually keep that in place using his foot. So that's pretty neat. Now the other thing you can do with this foot, if you choose to display the figure with a peg leg, is you can actually attach the claw on either arm. There's actually peg holes, as you would expect on the forearm. And let me show you how that looks. So you have you know, this type of effect here with claws on the forearm. But I kind of like the idea of keeping the weapon extended out and locked in place. So for display purposes, what I'll probably do is go ahead and have the weapon out like that, and then keep the foot slash claw in place like that. And there's a peg here. I'll peg that in there for that type of effect right there. So that pretty much is Thundertron in a nutshell. You do have articulation back here on his rear skirt armor, so that can go up and down, as you can see there. The tail again has articulation, and you can adjust these side pieces as you see fit, whatever you think looks good. A really interesting figure based on an interesting character. Never heard of Thundertron before. Before they announced this figure was going to be released in the Transformers Prime line. So pretty cool. Pretty decent figure, pretty tall actually, as you saw with the size comparison. So I don't know if he's going to actually appear in the show, but definitely a unique looking figure. Alright, well thanks for watching. This has been my review of Transformers Prime, Robots in Disguise, Voyager class, Thundertron. Catch you guys later.